Is it possible to create one piece of art, even a masterpiece, every single day? For the past week, I set out to create a masterpiece from start to finish every single day. I don't create art very often. I'd like to think that I do because I think about creating art all the time, but I actually don't. And not creating art very often leads to not being able to come up with as many ideas, not learning as fast, and just in general a lot less art produced. So I wanted to test out if these things could actually improve if I just created one piece of art every single day for just a week. But first, let's set some rules. Rule number 1. You have to come up with the idea on the day of the shoot. You cannot plan it beforehand. Rule number 2. You have to capture the photo on the day of the shoot. Rule number 3. Rule number 3. You have to finish and edit the photo on the day of the shoot. With that out of the way, I started. Day 1 went alright. I was pretty ambitious and I started the morning off with drawing out what I wanted to create, and I just started. Today I'm gonna create a self-portrait, and the only idea I'm really having is that I want to create something with a cloud and then like legs and arms and my head and stuff sticking out from that cloud. By complete accident I was actually wearing these these blue stockings, and I actually quite like them, so I think I'm gonna wear those in the self-portrait as well, just to pop some color in there. Even though I spent a long time making it, but I managed to complete it in time, and it was the first day, so I think it's fine. Okay, I'm freezing like a crazy person now. I need to get inside now. Day 2 started out by scrolling through Instagram. I saw this pretty cool picture a while ago on Instagram, and I've been wanting to recreate something like it for a while now, so I thought today was the day. I'm gonna put the picture up here if I can find it. I'm not sure I'll be able to find it, but we'll see. Anyways, the picture was this plastic bag with some water in it, and then I think the model was laying behind the bag, and then the face was all weird and yeah, weird because you'd see the face through the water and the plastic bag, so it looked pretty cool, and I wanted to recreate something like that. So I got this bag with water, and it's not really a plastic bag. It's actually just a piece of plastic, and I just tied it all together, so I hope it won't break, because otherwise it's not gonna be fun. But yeah, this is the location I'm gonna be shooting in. I did a picture not very long ago, this picture with the same lamp, and I just thought it looked very cool, and I really loved the colors, so I wanted to do something with that again. Also, yesterday I spent half the day editing the photo, and I also had a lot of other things to do, so that was not very good. So I'm hoping that this won't take as long, because I really don't have the time for that. So fingers crossed. And yeah, this is how the image turned out. Not too bad, but I also have to admit that it took a little bit longer than I had expected, and I actually didn't finish it completely on the day. So yeah, I'm the worst, I know. I'm sorry. Day 3. Let's just not talk about day 3. I only had like 15 minutes to do this because we're out shooting all day, and I didn't have a lot of time, so it didn't really take the time to film a lot, but yeah, you'll see the final image. I have no idea how it turned out. I just had to get this done very quickly, and yeah, kind of annoying, but I guess that's what you gotta do sometimes. But I did something with that tree right there, and this was also the day where I broke the rule. For real. I didn't really break the rule on day 2, right? I did on day 3. Because I was out shooting all day, so I literally had 15 minutes between the sunrise and when we had to leave for work. So I had to shoot the image in 15 minutes on a field just next to our house. I didn't get to finish the photo because we were home pretty late, and I just fell asleep right away when we got home, and that's not very good. So I think that just proves that you need to have longer time to create great pieces of art, because it was just bad, and let's just never talk about it again, shall we? It's day 4 of shooting, and I'm just about to shoot my 4th image, but I'm a little bit behind because the last 2 days I didn't have time to finish my edit. So I'm hoping that I can finish 3 images today. Day 4, the day of hope! I finally actually had some time to shoot the image, and I also managed to complete the images from the 2 days from the days before. Yeah. I'm at my boyfriend's house, and I'm probably gonna be in his house for the next couple of days, and I only brought one dress that I can use for shooting. So I thought that one of the days I would have to do like a close-up portrait or something like that. So that's what I'm gonna do today. So for the image I was inspired by, I don't know what you call them, but you know those people who have a lot of necklaces on and their necks are all elongated and it looks very cool. Insert image here. I wanted to create that, but with hands. So like a lot of hands on top of each other, and then the neck becoming longer in that way. Hopefully it will look cool. I have no idea, but I'm just gonna try it. And this is how the photo from day 4 turned out. I actually really like it, and I needed that, so thank you. Because otherwise I think I'd just stop the project, because all the other images was not very nice. The image I took yesterday, I really love how that turned out. I really think it turned out very cool. So I'm actually gonna try to do something a little bit similar with the same setup today, and also a portrait, because first of all I don't really have any cool locations around here, so that's the main reason, and then it looked cool, so why not try with another concept. I put on my pink shirt, so I'm not really sure if it's gonna be pink in the photo or not, but I just thought that I could change it to any color I like. And then I'm gonna do something with my hands. Not the same as I did yesterday, but maybe covering my eyes with my hands or something. Yesterday I used this one as my background, so now I'll have to use something different. I'm just gonna use my green shirt because it's bright, and hopefully it'll be pretty easy to edit out. So that didn't really work out. You can see how it turned out here. Just bad. The photo didn't really make sense. So I just decided to take one of the photos and play a little bit with the liquify tool, and this is what I came up with. Still not a great photo, but it's better than this, so yeah. Day 6. Okay, I was just outside taking the pictures, but actually when I woke up this morning I had absolutely no ideas. So what I did is that I just went through my Pinterest page that I've made a while ago with just a lot of images that I like, that most of the time sparks some creativity and just some inspiration. So yeah, I went through that, and then I saw this image and that made me want to do something along those lines. So creds to whoever did this photo, it's genius. So I wanted to create something that was a little bit similar to that. It was a pretty quick photo shoot, also because it was very cold outside, and I was just outside in this. I was just outside in my bare feet in this dress, so it was pretty cold. But yeah, it went quickly. I'm only gonna use the half of my body or something, so yeah, didn't have to worry that much about the pose. But I tried doing some fun things with the feet to make them look a little bit nervous, maybe. If you can make feet look nervous, I think that's what I did. Yeah. Today I was finally getting used to creating every day, I think. At least the photo turned out amazing and I was just very proud. It almost didn't matter that my to-do list got pushed even more. Okay, I've been working on this photo for a couple of hours now and I'm actually really loving how it's turning out. It's very good because the photo yesterday was just bad and I have no idea how to save that one, so it's kind of nice to create something that I actually like now. It definitely made me more confident and made me want to continue, but it also took up almost the whole day and everything I had to do that day got pushed to the next day, hoping that that edit wouldn't take as long. It's the final day, day 7, and I liked the photo I took yesterday so much that I actually was thinking that I wanted to create something very similar, but maybe with some different colors or something, so that's what I tried to do. It was actually because I thought that if they were hanging on the wall or something, it would look pretty cool next to each other. If it was kind of like the same concept with the smoke, but then different colors and a different pose. So yeah, that's the plan for today. I also really liked how this one turned out, but maybe you could say that it's cheating a little bit because I could use a lot of the same settings that I used in day 6 so that I didn't really have to spend as long making this edit. So it saved me a lot of time, which I definitely needed, but I still had to push a lot of my things that I had to do even further away. So I actually had to sit up very late into the night just to get the most important things done that I had to get done that day. I'm not really sure if that's how it's supposed to feel like. So after creating 7 days non-stop, I can tell you this. Creating every day does spark new ideas. I think just keeping yourself in that mindset all the time really helps to generate new ideas a lot faster. But at the same time, you also pretty much create all the ideas that you have, so you don't really allow yourself to sort all the bad ideas out. So you can't really avoid creating bad stuff. So the learning faster aspect. I don't think you necessarily learn faster by creating art every day. Let me explain. If you create a new photo every single day, you obviously won't have as much time to spend on each individual photo. If you don't have a lot of time for each individual photo, you won't be able to create very complicated stuff. If you don't create very complicated stuff, you won't learn the complicated stuff. So you won't learn a lot of new things. On the other hand, however, if you are still learning the basics, if you're a beginner, you will actually benefit from creating every single day because you will be forced to learn the basics every single day. So you will learn the basics faster. So the conclusion here must be that if you're still a beginner photographer and you're still learning all the basics, creating every day will actually make you learn faster because you are kind of forced to work with this all the time. But if you're already an experienced photographer, creating every day just won't really make you learn a lot faster because you don't have the time to learn the more complicated stuff. The last thing we had to test out was whether creating art every single day would actually make you produce more art. And obviously the short answer is yes, it does make you produce more art, but if the question is whether we can actually use that art for something, the answer is a little bit more difficult. From these 7 days of taking one photo every single day, I managed to create 2 pieces of art that I'm actually proud of. Now, when I normally shoot, there's about an 85% chance that I will come home with something that I'm proud of. For this week, there is only a 28% chance that I will come home with something that I like. So not very good. But considering that I still normally only shoot about once a week, I still will produce more art creating every day. So, conclusion must be that you have to create 2 times a week. Yeah! it. But we also have to consider the time. If you were to do this for a longer period of time, I think you'd have to decide beforehand how much time you want to spend on creating every single photo, because otherwise you're just gonna spend so many hours creating your art and you won't really have time to do everything else, and you're gonna burn out. I already felt it by day 6. Pretty bad. Maybe I'm just weak, I don't know, but you know, you can't spend every single hour of every single day creating your art, because I think most of us have other stuff to do as well. So what should you do? My advice is, yeah, you definitely should create art more often, and then maybe every single piece of art that you create isn't amazing, and that's completely okay too. Learning to just let go and not take your art as seriously is just very important, and it's definitely something that I learned during this week, and I think it's something that everybody can use really. So if you're currently creating maybe once a week, try doing it twice a week instead and just see how it goes. What's the worst thing that can happen? If you enjoyed this video, it would mean the world to me if you would take the time to give it a little like and a comment down below. Maybe comment if you like this type of video or not. I would love to know, because then I can make the kind of content that you love. And if you haven't already, subscribe if you want to see more of this kind of content. Here's my Instagram, and until next time, bye.